a lot of marketers are liars, right? And for anybody listening, how do you know if you've got a decent marketer on the line, right? Someone's pitching you, telling you that it's going to be amazing, you're going to make $1 million.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Yeah. Arias, I love the conversation. I love what you shared with us in the 5 steps, and I'm going to ask you more about the step number 5, because I'm glad that you call it investment. Yes. This is what happened, especially in COVID. Yeah. In COVID, why do you think when everything goes wrong, all the companies, what they do, you know what? Let me reduce the budget in marketing. That's that's the first cut that everybody do. Okay, let's cut the marketing. Too much expensive marketing.
The opposite of what you need to do.
Yeah, because they see it as a cost. And it's not a cost, it's an investment. So it's in place in the wrong space in the balance sheet of the company, because it shouldn't be as a cost. It's like you call it an investment. And as investment, it's just a number. Why? If you're spending, I don't know, X amount of money to acquire clients, and then you sell your product and you make X amount of profit, that will give you that profit, the money back again to put in to generate that lead. Why are you gonna cut the source of customers, and then after they find out that they are even worse and nobody understands what happens? Yeah. And
it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle, and I think
doesn't make
happens.
sense. So why do you think that companies do, why do you think that companies do that? What is something is a very simple logic that you don't need to go to university to understand, that if you have a marketing, if you're spending $1 in marketing, and to make the number simple, you're spending $1 in marketing, and this generating you 10 leads. And out of these 10 leads, you convert these 2 leads. You convert 2 leads. Yeah. And then you're selling your product for $20. And after you sell your product $20, you pay your cost of marketing, which is 1. You pay your sales team, which is 3. You pay your cost of sales, how to generate the product. And you have an extra money there, 5, 6, whatever is the profit, 3, 2, doesn't matter. 3, let's say you have $3 profit after all this operation. Out of the $3, you don't take that dollar first to generate that marketing that will give you the 10 leads again.
Next,
you're gonna how the whole thing
it doesn't make
work.
sense.
But then when it's a problem area, when it's COVID, when it's a plane crash, when it's an earthquake, when the company is not doing good, when the numbers are, everybody said, okay, let's cut the marketing. So what message do you have for those companies, for those entrepreneurs?
I honestly think they do it. I hand to God, yesterday I met with a company. They're a home builder. And I sat with their director of marketing. I sat with their director of sales and their entire marketing team. And I had this idea of what I was going to pitch. And I realized I got to throw that pitch out, because they told me that they have one system where all their sales are, and then they've got their CRM where all of their marketing is happening, where their leads are. And those 2 systems don't talk. Wow. So they're generating leads and they're spending money over here, but they can't prove that that's generating money, right? And I honestly believe that that's the issue in most of these companies. The CEO or the CFO or the accountant, they're looking at money going out, but they can't prove that the money's that's going out is pulling money in. They know they're making money, but the attribution is not there, that they can't prove the ROI. So I think that's the critical component. Now, any logical person, if you walk up to me on the street and I said, hey man, give me $10 and I'll give you 100 back, you'd say,
absolutely.
Right. And then if
Absolutely.
you give me $10 and I give you 100, you're like, can I give you 100 and you'll give me 1,000? Well, if can I give you 1,000 and you'll give me 100,000? You know,
Absolutely.
why wouldn't you? Right. So it, it's the I can't prove that if I spend $1, I'm going to make 10. So why spend the dollar? Right. And that's the issue. And that comes down to systems, that comes to scalability, right? What we talked about earlier. And that comes to using systems to be able to keep track of these things and
And
paying
measure
attention to
everything.
those. Yeah.
Because now that maybe they don't know, but they ain't online. Yeah. I mean, in advertising all today, everything can be measured now. Most of
Yep.
the things can be measured. You can measure everything. You try, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And maybe areas,
Right.
maybe comes the first part, the point number one, when you enhance, hire people that they know what they're doing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because they can have a bad experience that maybe they hire another marketing agency and maybe they
Yeah.
went there and they say, okay, give me 10K, 100K, and we're gonna do a TV advertisement that is gonna make you a million.
Yep.
Then the other one
Yep.
doesn't know, give the 10K, and then it happens that the target audience of this company don't even watch TV. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, because
So
a lot
and
of
then
marketers are liars.
we back then this stereotype there. Well, marketing doesn't work. This is a very empiric. I don't know how to measure if this is the last thing. And I think that if they start to see, as you call it, I'm glad you call it this. You call it investment in your step number
Mm-hmm.
five. You didn't call it the cost. You call it an
No.
investment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if in your company you should have some, what is an investment in your company? Your people, the people that I don't know, the people that you paying them $10 and they give you 100 worth
Mm-hmm.
in value for what they're doing. These are an
Yeah.
investment, yeah. So that I don't know. You have few things in the company that you know that you are that they are an investment. You're getting a lot of return out of could be
Mm-hmm.
an employee, could be a marketing strategy, could be this, could be that, right? So, but then there is a lot of negative connotation
Yeah.
to marketing. And I think I agree with you. It's lack of knowledge of lack of measurements. Yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
companies out there they need a consultant like you, Arias, that sit with them and put all those systems in place so they can measure everything, so they start to understand. Okay, this is
Yeah.
how much money you put in here. This is the marketing strategy we're doing. This is how much it's costing you. It brings you all these clients that pay you so much money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because the other thing, Arias, is when it comes to marketing, I'm a big fan, what I call it 12 marketing strategies. Yeah, I think so marketing is the capacity that your company have to attract clients, to attract those leads. Yeah, but I always
Mm-hmm.
like to have minimum, or when we talk with entrepreneurs in my conference, we always share with them that they should have 12 minimum, 12 marketing, because that's the other thing. You go to this company sometime and they only have one marketing strategy. Sometimes it's
Mm-hmm.
referral. So they have zero. It's the client who brings in the client. And these people are leaving
Yeah.
a lot of money in the table, especially law firms. Law firms, they have, you
Yeah.
speak with this owner of law firm and say, well, we've been here for 20, 30 years. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so how you find the clients? No, they all came for referral. And I like, man,
Yeah.
you leave in a fortune on the table. You are
Oh,
so good. You are so
yeah.
good that you managed to survive by referral. You have an amazing product, man. You should be a multimillionaire now. What happened to you 20, 30 years and you're still doing
Yeah.
okay with the law firm? That's
Doing the
ridiculous.
same thing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's, like I said, a lot of marketers are liars, right? And for anybody listening, how do you know if you've got a decent marketer on the line, right? Someone's pitching you SEO or advertising or social media or whatever, right? And they're telling you that it's going to be amazing, you're going to make $1 million. If the conversation is not centered around ROI and how they're going to prove it and how they're going to report that, if that's not a central part of the conversation, or they kind of tap dance around, or they kind of like, oh, well, we can't really blah, 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 blah. then you're talking to somebody who has not figured out attribution, and they're not really focused on your bottom line, which means that you're probably going to waste your money, right? You come to us, one of the first things we want to know is how much money are you making a month? What are your goals that you're trying to make a month? You know, have you done advertising or marketing in the past? What have your results been? And I don't want you to say, oh, we did pretty good. I want you to pull out the spreadsheets. I want to see the back end. I want to see the numbers. What are your conversions? All those different things, so we can get a true understanding of where you are in this process. Let's set some goals. Let's set some targets, and let's figure out how much you need to spend to get you where you want to be. A lot of times with companies, like I said, that one company, they're trying to make, $15 million a month. That's their goal. When I asked him how much they were spending on advertising, he said, oh, well, I think we're spending like $3,000 on Facebook and we're spending like $2,000 on Google. And I was like, so you're spending $5,000, but you're trying to make 15 million. I said, are you guys hitting your goal? He said, well, no, close. It doesn't make any sense. If you could spend $5,000 and spit out 15 million, you would be the hottest company on the freaking planet, and every investor under the sun would be rushing to give you $5,000, right? Like,
it doesn't exist. There is no company on earth with that ROI anyway.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.